it would help if I had the volume up on this. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hi, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? Good morning. Yes, it's morning here, so I'm going to say good morning because it's morning from my perspective. But if it's afternoon where you're at, good afternoon. And conversely, if it's in the evening, I hope you had a lovely day and are having an extremely lovely evening. Thanks for dropping by and spending a little bit of your time with me. My name's Brian, as it says right there, and I am a poet. And on this channel, we do poetry. Sometimes mine, sometimes others. On this show, we do it with a twist. So, on your way in, please. YouTube's like us to do this stuff. Like and subscribe and all that stuff. And I just want to remind everybody that everything I do on this channel is for fair use. But I haven't even told you what I do besides poetry. Okay, so this is what I do. If you look in the description, it says classic poetry with a twist. Well, the classic. Okay, classic poetry is anything old, like I said, in the public domain and cool. And then, what's the twist? What's the twist? Well, I use some AI. Yes, I know we're all afraid of AI. Well, John Connor's going to come back and defeat it anyway, so, you know. So, I take AI, I plug specifically a music generating AI, and I plug a couple of poems into it, and it spits out some tracks, and we get to listen to it together. I don't hear it until you hear it. You don't hear it until I hear it. So we are going on this journey together. It is a true virtual box of chocolates. And most of the time, there's no marzipan involved. It's all pretty cool, because our bar for sucking is pretty high, or it takes a lot for something to suck. So let's get this going here. How's it going? So we got good afternoon. Joe Bananas, how's it going? And of course, there's our house. How's it going, Indigo? I've watched a lot of your interview with Tim last night, but I was tired and I went to sleep. So if you want to put the link to it in the chat, go ahead. Yes, for what we do, we use it as a tool. Well, and since I'm not a musician, I can say that. Well, I'm a drummer, not a musician. It's been too, well, how do I say it? It's been too long and I've been up too much. It's too early and I've been up too long. It's Wednesday. It feels like Monday. Well, let's just get on with the freaking show. Okay, so in this show, what I do is I take 6 poets and their 6 poems, and we turn them into 2 tracks each, and we compare and contrast. And this is what's on the agenda for today. Also, to remind everybody, today is the last day of National Poetry Month. So now you know. All right, our first one on the agenda for today is the ever immortal Emily Dickinson. See, this is number 555, Trust in the Unexpected. Then we got, as you can see in the in the title, if you look at the title, first of the 3 Williams. Yeah, I decided to be witty and do the 3 Williams again. William Blake. And then we got The Ball Poem by John Berryman. And then our other William Wordsworth, London, 1802. Then Her Kind by Anne Sexton. See, we're jumping eras here and sort of and stuff is, I don't know. It just decided, it just fell this way. And then, yes, in a minute, George. Sonnet number 73, William Shakespeare. All right. They picked the most inconvenient time. Here, okay. So as you see, I got a doggy here that probably has to go pee-pee. So I'm going to play a track and be right back. Got to find him first. I'll be right there, George. As we say in this business, kids and pups, pets come first. All right, so we got ourselves a, oh no, I got to sort by here. Sort by that. All right, trust in the unexpected.
Trust in the unexpected. By this was William Kidd, persuaded of the buried gold, as one had testified. Through this, the old philosopher, his talismanic stone, discerned, still withholden to effort undivine. 'Twas this allured Columbus when Genoa withdrew before an apparition baptized America. The same afflicted Thomas when deity assured 'twas better the perceiving not, provided it believed. When deity assured 'twas better the perceiving not, provided it believed.
That was cool. That was cool. Yes, puppy. Hey, Miriam. And then there's our ever-wise Sophia. How art thou? That was pretty cool. And that abrupt ending. It wasn't cut. It wasn't an ex-girlfriend ending cut off. Cool, but it was cool. All right. Well, I'm going to play the second one and go look at go make sure my dog hasn't tried to escape the yard. All right. Be right back.
Trust in the unexpected. By this was William Kidd, persuaded of the buried gold, as one had testified. Through this, the old philosopher, his talismanic stone, discerning, still withholden to effort undivine. 'Twas this allured Columbus when Genoa withdrew before an apparition baptized America. The same afflicted Thomas when deity assured 'twas better the perceiving not, provided it afflicted by this was William Kidd, persuaded of the buried gold, as one had testified. Through this the old philosopher his talismanic stone discerned, still withholden to effort undivine. 'Twas this allured Columbus when Genoa withdrew before an apparition baptized America. The same afflicted Thomas when deity assured 'twas better the perceiving not, provided it believed.
Yes, it is getting into spring, isn't it? "21C." Cool. Well, hope you find a way to beat the heat. Seems like you have. Going to go to the coast. Cool. I miss the ocean sometimes. Really bad. You know, I spent like almost a decade of my life traveling on it. Yeah, so that was. I need a vacation. In the meantime, this is the first of our three William Blake, the Clod and the Clod and the Pebble. Here we go.
Love seeketh not itself to please, nor for itself hath any care, but for another gives its ease, and builds a heaven in hell's despair. So sung a little clod of clay, trodden with the cattle's feet, but a pebble of the brook warbled out these meters meet. Love seeketh only self to please, to bind another to its delight, joys in another's loss of ease, and builds a hell in heaven's despite. Love seeketh only self to please, to bind another to its delight, joys in another's loss of ease, and builds a hell in heaven's despite. Love seeketh only self to please,
That was pretty freaking cool. I don't know about you, but I really enjoyed listening to that. Okay, I got a story for you about burn. This is one of my sea stories. Okay, back in 2005. Wow, 20 years ago now. God, I'm old. The ship I was on, uh, um, the ship I was on, the Thomas S. Gates, we did Fleet Week in Florida. This is in like May, so hot outside and shit, you know. So we went there, and on one of our days of liberty, me and a buddy of mine, his name's Zabo, I still talk to him every once in a while. Zabo liked to drink. And we did a convenience store crawl, except I wasn't drinking. So we'd stop at a convenience store, he'd get a beer, and we'd walk around while he was drinking it. He'd be done. Well, nowhere during that time until it was too late did I think of to get any sunscreen, because I was pretty much, I got the farmer. I've had a permanent farmer's tan because of being out and being a redneck. So it's not my arms, it's my legs, and oh my Lord, I was lobster red. By the time I got anything to soothe it, it was too late, and oh my Lord, they made fun of me so bad. So yeah, sunscreen. Always remember sunscreen. All right. And of course, how is it going, Irish Mart? Hope you're enjoying the show so far. I am. And the stories. And here is the Clod and the Pebble version 2.
Love seeketh not itself to please, nor for itself hath any care, but for another gives its ease, and builds a heaven in hell's despair.
I like it, and it's frustrating when they make it really difficult to decide because both of those were so freaking cool. Although number 2 is kind of a little bit more up there because of how they did the voices. Thank you for joining us, Jazzy. I hope you like what you hear. We just do some tunes. We take some poets. We take their poems. We plug it into that nasty AI, and we listen to cool stuff like that. I don't hear it until you hear it. That's cool. And of course, how's it going? How's third shift treating you, Summer? Sending good vibes. Yes, you are here. Yes, and definitely welcome in. So, what do you think so far? Quite an interesting show. Definitely no snoozers and no suckins so far. We've had some standouts and some I can't decides. So, hey, I'm happy for a Wednesday. Now we're going to go on our next one called The Ball Poem by John Berryman.
What is the boy now who has lost his ball? What is he to do? I saw it go merrily bouncing down the street and then merrily over. There it is in the water. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. An ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy as he stands rigid, trembling, staring down. All his young days into the harbor where his ball went, I would not intrude on him. A dime, another ball is worthless now. He sends his first responsibility in a world of possessions. People will take balls will be lost, always a little boy, and no one buys a ball back. Money is external. He is learning well behind his desperate eyes the epistemology of loss, how to stand up knowing what every man must one day know, and most know many days how to stand up, and gradually light returns to the street. A whistle blows, the ball is out of sight. From part of me will explore the deep and dark floor of the harbor. I am everywhere, I suffer and move. My mind and my heart move with all
Now, that definitely was an interesting track. All right, so let's see here. You ready to go back to second shift? But on third shift, you get to watch us, or you get to watch me in the morning. You maybe even want to go to first shift? You deal with more people. Yeah, the second shift sucks. I don't know, because honestly, I would prefer. I'm more of a I don't know. My sleep schedule sucks anyway, so I don't know. I'd probably get used to anything, but yes, both. That was really nice. But I was also thinking, Tool, maybe. Maybe I'll give it the progressive metal treatment. In the meantime, maybe it gave it for us. Here we go.
What is the boy now who has lost his ball? What is he to do? I saw it go, merrily bouncing down the street and then merrily over. There it is in the water. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. An ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy as he stands rigid, trembling, staring down all his young days into the harbor. Where his ball went, I would not intrude on him. A dime, another ball is worthless now. He senses first responsibility in a world of possessions. People will take balls, balls will be lost always, little boy. And no one buys a ball back. Money is external. He is learning well behind his desperate eyes the epistemology of loss, how to stand up, knowing what every man must one day know, and most know many days how to stand up. And gradually life returns to the street. A whistle blows, the ball is out of sight. A whistle blows, the ball is out of sight. Soon part of me will explore the deep and dark floor of the harbor. I am everywhere. I suffer and move, my mind and my heart move with all that move me. Under the water or whistling, I am not a little boy.
That one certainly had the Broadway treatment, or that's what I kind of call the Broadway treatment. Oh no, I liked one better. Definitely liked one better, and I might redo one. Might redo that one too, but still didn't suck. Because remember, our bar for sucking is honestly almost non-existent. Oh no, there is no perfect shift. Well, remember, you've been contemplating making a move for a while, so Listen to the universe. Also, oh yeah, it's that time of the it's that part of the program to remind everybody. I don't really listen to Christian rock, so yes, Joe, definitely one. Everything is in this program is done under fair use and in the public domain. And make sure to like and subscribe. Oh, subscriber update. We've hit an all-time new high of 437. I wonder if we'll surpass it or we'll have to break it again. Yes, definitely one on that one. Yeah. Stuff that sounds like that, I either put in, I'm starting to make categories. I either put in what I call Broadway or contemporary. They're kind of catch-alls. If it ain't if it's not definitely this, or like blues or something heavy or country or whatever. Hopefully by the second coming. Oh no, but yes, we need new people. Spread the word, please, because I like this. This is cool, and I'm glad y'all like it. And what's our next one? Ooh, it's the second of the three Williamses, the three Billies. William Wordsworth, London, 1802.
Milton, thou shouldst be living at this hour. England hath need of thee. She is a fen of stagnant waters. Altar, sword and pen, fireside, the heroic wealth of hall and bower have forfeited their ancient English dower of inward happiness. We are selfish men. Oh, raise us up, return to us again, and give us manners, virtue, freedom, power. Thy soul was like a star and dwelt apart. Thou hadst a voice whose sound was like the sea, pure as the naked heavens, majestic, free. So didst thou travel on life's common way, in cheerful godliness, and yet thy heart the lowliest duties on herself did lay.
Interesting. Well, with me, most music begins and ends with Black Sabbath. So, so if it sounds like Disney, it usually goes either into Broadway or contemporary. Oh, if it's just weird, it just goes into the weird category. All right, let's go ahead and wrong button. Let's go ahead and listen to number 2. London, 1802. Ooh, this one's 4 minutes long. Yes, this is like we have 2 4-minuters this time. So this one and one more.
thou shouldst be living at this hour. England hath need of thee. She is a fen of stagnant waters, altar, sword, and pen. Fireside, the heroic wealth of hall and bower have forfeited their ancient English dower of inward happiness. We are selfish men. Oh, raise us up, return to us again. Give us manners, virtue, freedom, power. Thy soul was like a star and dwelt apart. Thou hadst a voice whose sound was like the sea, pure as the naked heavens, majestic, free. As the naked heavens, majestic, free, so didst thou travel on life's common way, in cheerful godliness, and yet thy heart the lowliest duties on herself did lay. Selfish men, oh, raise us up, return to us again, and give.
Oh, yeah. Definitely relaxing, but it turned into the ex-girlfriend. It was pretty freaking cool till it cut me off. All right. I'm purposely staying out of your conversation when it comes to this stuff, but this reminded me of something that's happened to me recently. My sister and my mom came in for my nephew's wedding. So that was a Saturday. It was the weekend before Easter. And it was the weekend before Easter. And they decided to have Easter dinner early because my sister and stuff. And so I went there, and it was at my sister's best friend's place. Well, my sister's best friend's sister, my sister's best friend's sister, I grew up with, because we all grew up around each other. She's 2 years younger than me. And, I hadn't seen her. Last time I saw her her face was blurred out. her face was blurred out in this documentary called Meth Storm. This is from 8 or 7 or 8 years ago, 9-10 years ago, something like that. It was a little while ago, and they filmed her being arrested for dealing. She doesn't do that anymore. She's turned her life around and everything. I'm quite proud of her, you know. But when I told her that, she asked me what was going on, and I thought I got married at one point and had an ex. She looked at me like, "You have an ex?" I'm just going to leave it at that. And get on with our Anne Sexton. Her Kind. Version 1.
I have gone out, a possessed witch, haunting the black air, braver at night. Dreaming evil, I have done my hitch over the plain houses, light by light. Lonely thing, 12-fingered out of mind. A woman like that is not a woman quite. I have been her kind. I have found the warm caves in the woods, filled them with skillets, carving shells, closet silks innumerable goods, fixed the suppers for the worms and the elves, whining, rearranging the dissonance. A woman like that is misunderstood. I have been her kind. I have ridden in your cart, driver, waved my nude arms at villages going by, learning the last bright routes, survivor, where your flames still bite my thigh, and my ribs crack where your wheels wind. A woman like that is not ashamed to die. I have been her kind. Been her kind.
That was interesting, but I don't like the male singer. No. That one, yeah. That one might just get the surf treatment. The antics treatment, yay. I guess I'm developing my own lingo here. The antics treatment would be a surf song with a female vocal.
I have gone out, a possessed witch, haunting the black air, braver at night, dreaming evil. I have done my hitch over the plain houses, light by light, lonely thing, 12-fingered out of mind. A woman like that is not a woman quite. I have been her kind. I have found the warm caves in the woods, filled them with skillets, carving shells, closet silks, innumerable goods, fix the suppers for the worms and the elves, whining, rearranging the disaligned. A woman like that is misunderstood. I have been her kind. I have ridden in your cart, driver, waved my nude arms at villages going by, learning the last bright root survivor, where your flames still bite my thigh, and my ribs crack where your wheels wind. A woman like that is not ashamed to die. I have been her kind. I have been her kind. I have ridden in your cart, driver, waved my nude arms at villages going by, learning the last bright root survivor, where your flames still bite my thigh, and my ribs crack where your wheels lay. A woman like that is not ashamed to die. I have been her kind.
All right, those last two, not quite sucky because they're good for what they are, but not right. Definitely not right. Did not fit the poem. So yes, definitely might have to give it some Antics vibes. I can't laugh and chew gum at the same time either. Or was it walk and chew gum at the same time either? Oh boy, it's been a morning. It's a Wednesday. And I have no idea what I'm going to do. There's several things going on today. I was going to go down to Hot Springs to do their little poetry reading down there. But it's supposed to be bad weather. Yeah, 2 is better. And I've also signed up for this virtual thing tonight, so I don't know. In the meantime, let's just go ahead and move on to our last track, Sonnet 73.
I have gone out, a possessed witch, haunting the black air, braver at night. Dreaming evil, I have done my hitch over the plain houses, light by light. Lonely thing, 12-fingered out of mind. A woman like that is not a woman quite. I have been her kind. I have found the warm caves in the woods, filled them with skillets, carving shelves, closet silks, innumerable goods. Fix the suppers for the worms and the elves, whining, rearranging the disaligned. A woman like that is misunderstood. I have been her kind. I have ridden in your cart, driver, waved my nude arms at villages going by, learning the last bright route survivor, where your flames still bite my thigh, and my ribs crack where your wheels wind. A woman like that is not ashamed to die. I have been her kind. I have been her kind. I have been her
Well, I forgot to copy and paste the other poem. Yes, I was really tired from my day yesterday, so hey, no William Shakespeare. So I guess I'll have to do him tomorrow. So hey, let's just play a couple fucking songs, okay? Let's just play some songs for the hell of it. And I can go up here. Let's do there. Let's do here. All right, here.
Bake the day she suddenly dropped dead. We chew it slowly, that last apple pie. Shocked into sleeplessness, you're scared of bed. We never could talk much, and now don't try. You're like bookends, the pair of you, she'd say. Hog that great, say nothing, sit, sleep, stare. The scholar me, you worn out on poor pay. Only our silence made us seem a pair. Not as good for staring in blue gas. Too regular each, but each yellow spike. At night you need my company to pass, and she not here to tell us we're alike. Your life's all shattered into smithereens, back in our silences and southern looks. For all the scotch we drink, what's still betweens? Not the 30 or so years, but books, books, books. scholar me, you worn out on poor pay. Only our silence made us seem a pair. The scholar me, you worn out on poor pay. Only our silence made us seem a pair. Not as good for staring in blue gas. Too regular, each bud, each yellow spike. At night you need my company to pass, and she not here to tell us we're alike. Your life's all shattered into smithereens. Back in our silences and sullen looks, for all the scotch we drink, what's still between's? Not the 30 or so years, but books, books, books.
Please remind me where I could grab this second song. Tell me which one. Okay, because besides that last track, the three previous were the Anne Sexton poem. The first two that I knew was an Anne Sexton poem, and then the third one I thought was Shakespeare. But yeah, I liked the third one. It had a female voice. See, I'm right. Sort of. So we're going to have to revisit that one. But in the meantime, I'm going to play a few more. Because we got plenty good songs to choose from. Like this one.
O'er the wet sands an insect crept, ages ere man on earth was known, and patient time while nature slept, the slender tracing turned to stone. 'Twas the first autograph and ours. Prithee, how much of prose or song, in league with the creative powers, shall scape oblivion's broom so long? 'Twas the first autograph and ours. Prithee, how much of prose or song, in league with the creative powers, shall scape oblivion's broom so long? Was the first autograph and ours. Prithee, how much of prose or song, in league with the creative powers, shall escape oblivion's broom so long.
One moment, please. I could also, I might upload it, but here I need, my bandwidth is so I can only do certain things at a time here. Suno's trying to verify that I am human. Come on. Great. I'll post that one. After this, I will upload for you style. I will upload that one, that track to my videos, and I will tag you so you'll know which one it is. Because Suno is and my computer and my bandwidth are acting annoying. Let's see here. So let's do this one here.
I met the bishop on the road, and much said he and I. Those breasts are flat and falling now, those veins must soon be dry. Live in a heavenly mansion, not in some foul sty. Fair and foul are near of kin, and fair needs foul, I cried. My friends are gone, but that's the truth, no grave, no bed denied. Learned in bodily lowliness and in the heart's pride. A woman can be proud and stiff when on love intent, but love is pitched his mansion in the place of excrement. For nothing can be sold that has not been rent. When on love intent, but love has pitched his mansion in the place of excrement. For nothing can be sold or whole that has not been
I was humming that one to myself all day yesterday. I think of that line whenever I see this. I think of that line in the Fifth Element, you know, where they're doing their security drill, and he goes, Bruce Willis goes, "No, I am a meat popsicle," or something like that. Oh, also, yes, my friend got through his procedure yesterday. He had to deviate his septum. I was trying to come up with something witty. Is it reviated or viated now? I don't know. And then I said, meh. And then, oh yeah, I went ahead and ordered that light show machine. Probably do some live testing. I got to make a place to. We'll see. It might just be it might just be something cool to look at. Oh, where are we here? Oh. Where? Oh, okay, yeah. Next. Wrong folder. Oh, here. Wrong folder. I keep on saying that. How is it? Oh, here. Yeah, it's in here. At least I thought it was. Pay no attention to me. Oh. All right. Well, I'm trying to get my crap together. All right, here.
Fly buzz when I died. The stillness in the room was like the stillness in the air between the heaves of storm. The eyes around had wrung them dry, and breaths were gathering firm for that last onset when the king be witnessed in the room. Keepsake signed away. What portion of me be assignable? And then it was there interposed the fly with blue uncertain stumbling buzz between the light and me. And then the windows failed, and then I could not see to see. Portion of me be assignable, and then it was there interposed to fly with blue uncertain stumbling buzz between the light and me. And then the windows failed, and then I could not see to see.
Yeah, he looked pretty rough. He looked pretty rough when I left him yesterday. He's definitely not Chicagoan. He's a hick like me, sort of. All right, I found what I was wanting to play, so let me find it again. Yes, definitely. So I'm gonna play this, and then let's see here.
Are in their autumn beauty. The
Woodland paths are dry. Under the October twilight, the water mirrors the still sky. Upon the brimming water among the stones are 59 swans.
The 19th autumn has come upon me since I first made my count. I saw before I had well finished all suddenly mount and scatter, wheeling in great broken rings upon their clamorous wings. I have looked upon those brilliant creatures, and now my heart is sore. All's changed since I, hearing at twilight the first time on this shore, the bell beat of their wings above my head, trod with a lighter tread.
Unworried still, lover by lover, they paddle in the cold. Companionable streams or climb the air, their hearts have not grown old. Passion or conquest, wonder where they will attend upon them still. But now they drift on the still water, mysterious, beautiful. Among what rushes will they build? By what lake's edge or pool? Delight men's eyes when I awake someday, to find they have flown away.
That one's lovely. All right, my friends. Thank you for sticking around and everything, especially until you like. Yeah, that one is beautiful. Yes, it is. And if you want to listen to it at any time your heart's desires, this one I can provide right here. It was one of my latest uploads. If you want to listen to that one anytime you want to, share it with your friends. I will not complain at all. Right there is the link for it. All right. Like I said, my friends, thank you for sticking around to the end, because this is the part of the show where I have to remind you everything we've done here is under fair use and in the public domain. But more importantly, thank you and have an awesome day. All that jazz, everybody. And of course, like and subscribe, because we are at our all-time high of 437. Will we inch past that, or will we have to try to break that glass ceiling again? While y'all contemplate that, I am going to see us out here on a very, very, let's see here. I got to find it, but this one will be well worth it, because we all like this one a lot, and I know exactly where it is. Here we go.
If he could know my songs are all for him, at silver dawn or in the evening glow, would he not smile and think it but a whim? If he could know, or would his heart rejoice and overflow as happy brooks that break their icy rim when April's horns along the hillsides blow? I may not speak till Errol's torch is dim. The god is bitter and will have it so. And yet tonight our fate would seem less grim if he could know. Or would his heart rejoice and overflow as happy brooks that break their icy rim when April's horns along the hillsides blow? I may not speak till Errol's torch is dim. The god is bitter and will have it so. And yet tonight our fate would seem less grim if he could know.
All right, my friends. Thank you. And I'll see y'all out in the chats. Bye.